Hi, in this lesson, we're going to learn about if statements. In C++, the first main use of comparison operators and conditional statements is an if statement. An if statement executes code only if a condition is true. To write an if statement, you start by using the keyword if. This is followed by a condition inside parentheses. The condition could be as simple as a Boolean variable or a much more complex statement using comparison operators. Either way, the condition needs to be something that evaluates to true or false. If that condition evaluates to true, the code inside the block is executed. Otherwise, that part of the code is skipped. Let's take a look at an example. In this example, you have a variable isHeads, and it is assigned a Boolean value of true. The variable is then used as the condition in your if statement. Remember, the condition can be anything that evaluates to true or false. In this case, since the result is true, the code block gets executed and its heads is printed. The code then continues from there and prints, "Thanks for playing." Now let's look at what happens when the variable is false. In this case, the code block from the if statement is skipped, and "thanks for playing" is the only line that's written. You can also include an else portion to the if statement. An if-else statement starts just like the if statement you saw earlier. You can then add an else block using the else keyword. Notice that the else block does not have a conditional statement after it. This is because it only executes based on the original condition statement from above. If the original statement is false, the else clause will execute. It is important to note that one of the two of these blocks will execute, but not both. If the condition is true, the first block executes, otherwise the second block will execute. So here's an example. Our if condition is checking to see if a number is odd or even. In this case, num mod 2 equals 0, so the condition is true and the first block prints. When we switch to an odd number, the first block is skipped and only the else clause is executed. Okay, finally, let's look at what happens when we add an else if clause. So again, we start with the same basic principles that we saw before with an if and an else. But now, before the else statement, we're going to add an else if block. You can see the else if block starts with the keyword else if, and it also has a second condition to it. So take a look at an if else statement in action. Notice that you have three possible options: an option for A, an option for B, and an option for everything else. Only one of these code blocks will execute. In this case, since the grade is an A, the first block gets executed and other blocks are skipped entirely. Here's another look at a similar example. Notice that the grade is above 90, so awesome is printed. The grade is also above 80, so why is good job not printed? Remember, once a condition is met, the rest of the blocks are skipped. Since the condition is met, the program doesn't even look at the other conditions. So let's look at a quick summary. Else if clauses are optional, but you can have as many as you want. The only clause that is mandatory is the if statement to start the whole block. Then any number of else if statements can be used, and likewise the else clause is optional at the end. But if you are going to use the else clause, you can only have one of them. So let's take some time to explore this in our code editor. Okay, so let's look at an example with a basic if statement. So this if statement is set up just to run and say, okay, if your grade is greater than or equal to 90, print out A. So we'll say 90, it's greater than or equal, it prints out A. And now notice if I do something smaller, it doesn't print anything. Now I can change this up. I can actually use compound expressions here as well. So I could say, like, if it's greater than or equal to 80 and grade is less than 90, then I can say print a B. Now notice I have to repeat grade. I can't say grade is greater than or equal to 80 and less than 90. I have to actually have grade in there twice. So now if I do that, if I enter 95, I don't get anything. If I enter 85, then I get my B. Okay, I'm going to go back here and let's look at an if and an else statement. So let's say if it's greater than 90, it's an A. Then I'm going to say else. And again, when the else, I don't have a condition here. I'm just going to say let's print out not an A. Not an A. So now again, if I run and I print 45, then it's not an A. And if I run and say 95, I still get an A. Okay, now if I want to add some more grades, I can use my else if. So I'm going to say else if, and now I need to give it a condition again. So I'm going to say grade is greater than or equal to 80. Then I'm going to print out it's a B. Okay, so again, let me check this out. So again, if I say 95, well, I just get A. Now 95 is greater than 80 as well, but remember in our if else if blocks, we only execute one of these, and so once we execute the 90, I no longer execute that 80. And again, if I try and say something like 85, I'm going to get that else if block. And again, if I say something like 75, then I'm going to get not an A. Again, it's not an A there, so it goes to the else if, it's not a B, and so then it goes to the else and prints that out. So go ahead and explore this on your own.